Guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today it is our World Cup group stage match day 2 predictions. I was also going to do some FA Cup predictions. I originally had a plan to do some of the FA Cup games that are taking place this weekend, but I thought, you know, they're not really any massive games because it's still round 2, so I will start FA Cup predictions where it's round 3, where we get a lot more bigger teams involved. So yeah, today we are doing World Cup group stage match day 2 predictions. Prediction league update will be on the community tab. I haven't calculated it yet, but it will be on the community tab very soon. Just keep checking the community tab to find out the prediction league update, or it will be posted in my Discord server as well. So if you want to join my Discord server, if you haven't already, do click the link down in the description. It should take you straight there. But anyway, let's get on with these predictions, starting off with Qatar going up against Senegal. Now Qatar did not look good against Ecuador. Really didn't look good at all. They are, I believe, the first ever nation to lose their opening game, being the host of the World Cup. So yeah, Qatar didn't really look good, to be honest. Senegal, they did alright against Netherlands until Mendy made 2 mistakes. Mendy's so overrated now. Since that Champions League final, his career has just gone downhill, in my opinion. Like, he's just not as good as people make him out to be. But anyway, they lost that 2-0 Senegal, but I feel like they could bounce back in this game. I'm gonna go for a 2-0 win for Senegal in this one. The next game to predict is Netherlands going up against Ecuador. Netherlands, of course, got that 2-0 win against not Qatar, Senegal, and Ecuador got that 2-0 win against Qatar. But I feel like Netherlands are going to really show their quality in this game. I think this could be too much for Ecuador's handle, so I've gone for a 3-1 win to the Dutch. The next game to predict is Wales going up against Iran. Wales, of course, got that 1-1 draw with USA. USA better in the first half, Wales better in the second half. So a draw was the fair result in the end. Iran, of course, lost 6-2 to England. I wasn't expecting England to score that many goals, to be fair, even against Iran, because we are normally quite a defensive team. I mean, I predicted 3-0 England, but I didn't think we'd score twice as many goals as I predicted. But yeah, really good for England there, but not really good for Iran. Iran could cause Wales a few problems, you know. They're not careful, Wales. Taremi will punish them, because Taremi is a very good striker. If he gets a service, he will score the goals for Iran. But I think Wales just have enough to get a win in this one. I've gone for a 2-1 win, but not Iran, sorry, Wales in this one. The next game though, big game, Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff, England versus USA. Oh, this is going to be a big one. England, if we get a win or even a point, it could all but qualify us for the round of 16. We're going to come into this with loads of confidence after the 6-2 win against Iran. So I have a feeling we're just going to cause the USA a lot of problems in this game, and it's going to be too much for the Americans. I've gone for a 3-1 win for us. Next game is Poland versus Saudi Arabia. Poland's drawing 0-0 with Mexico. Lewandowski missing a pen though. That's a good chance for Lewandowski to take the lead for Poland, but Ochoa with a good save. Saudi Arabia, who expected this? Saudi Arabia beat Argentina by 2-1. Argentina with 3 goals disallowed for offside. But what a win for Saudi Arabia. And I feel like this will give them a lot of confidence at winning against Argentina. So I've actually gone for a Saudi Arabia win here. And it's crazy. I predicted them bottom of the group, but they could actually make it out of the group and make it to the knockout stages, which would be mad. I've gone for a narrow 1-0 win for Saudi Arabia. Next game to predict is Argentina going up against Mexico. Argentina, of course, got humiliated by Saudi Arabia. Mexico got a decent point against Poland, 0-0, of course. I'm not sure with a good save from penalty spot against Lewandowski. But I feel like Argentina will bounce back from this. I've gone for a 2-1 win for Argentina. The next game to predict is Tunisia going against Australia. Now, I just don't see anything happening in this game. I just feel like it's going to be a really boring draw, so not really much to say about this one. I've gone for a 0-0 draw. Next game though, France versus Denmark. France coming off the back, being the Aussies 4-1. Mbappe didn't look the best that game, despite scoring. He missed a sitter, and apparently his corners were awful. Why he's young corners in first place, I don't know. But yeah, it was a good win for France in the end. Denmark, could say they really should have beat Tunisia. There's one chance where they hit the post, and one of the players was literally on the line there. If he headed that like 1-2 seconds earlier, easily would have been a goal, and I would have won Denmark the game. But yeah, I feel like this game's gonna be really tight, and I can't really see any team winning this, so I've gone for a 1-1 draw in this one. Game is Japan going up against Costa Rica. Japan beat Germany 2-1, a very unexpected result once again. Costa Rica losing 7-0 to Spain. I predicted Spain to go through, I do believe, in my like whole predictions that short I made. But I did have a feeling that they could get grouped because they did not bring up, I call it Ramos, of course, but boy was a run. 7-0 against Costa Rica. They look like they're going to do well in this World Cup. Even against Costa Rica, you know, 7-0. That is insane. Like, honestly, it was so unexpected. But, yeah, I feel like Japan can easily get a win here against Costa Rica. I've gone for a 3-1 win for the Japanese. And the next game is quite a big game in this World Cup group. It is Spain versus Germany. Spain, of course, coming off the back of a 7-0 win against Costa Rica, and Germany losing 2-1 to Japan. Wow. Germany don't win this, then they are grouped pretty much. Because, you know, if my prediction for the Japan game is to be right, and Spain as well, you know, I'm predicting Spain to win here 2-0. Then both of those on 6 points with only one game left to play in the group stage. Yeah, Germany will be grouped. So yeah, I feel like Germany could actually get grouped for the second World Cup in a row, which will not be good for them. Japan to make it out of the group. Wow, that'll be insane. And then, if all goes to plan, you know, Japan could face Belgium once again like they did in 2018 World Cup. Because if they finish second, Belgium finish first in their group, they'll come up against each other. It'll be a rematch of 2018. But yeah, predicting a 2-0 win for Spain against Germany there. We move on to the next game. We were just speaking about this team facing Japan potentially round 16. It is Belgium going up against Morocco. Belgium, they just managed to beat Canada. You know, Alphonso Davies missing a penalty. That was a good chance to get a draw there, to snatch a draw. I mean, they were probably the better team, Canada, but quality showed in the end for Belgium. And they nicked the 3 points off them yesterday, as they're recording this. And Morocco, of course, drawing 0-0 against Croatia. Yeah, I feel like Belgium have just got enough to beat Morocco. They should have enough quality. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Belgium. And then the next game, Croatia going up against Canada. Obviously, Croatia got that 0-0 draw against Morocco, and Canada, unfortunately, narrowly lost 1-0 to Belgium. But I feel Canada shouldn't get too down about that, because they played really well. I think they should still be confident going into the Croatia game, and I've predicted maybe a bit of a shock here, but I've gone for Canada to snatch this game 1-0. That is my prediction for that game. Next game is Cameroon going up against Serbia. So Cameroon narrowly lost 1-0 to Switzerland earlier today. Brio and Bolo with the goal. You know, Cameroon, it didn't look like, well, I saw the stats, it didn't look like they played awful, but just Sommer is a very, very good goalkeeper for Switzerland. But yeah, Serbia, of course, they haven't played yet. Well, at the time of recording this, when this goes out, probably they have played, but I don't know the full-time score for their match against Brazil. So yeah, Cameroon going against Serbia. I think Serbia just got enough to win this, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Serbia this one. And the next game is Brazil going against Switzerland. So of course Switzerland beat Cameroon 1-0, but I do not know Brazil's final result against Serbia. But either way, Brazil, they're literally so stacked. They should have enough to win this. I've gone for a 3-1 win for Brazil in this one. And then the next game to predict is South Korea going up against Ghana. So obviously South Korea today, they got a 0-0 draw with Uruguay. Both teams didn't really look the best. South Korea having 0 shots on target and Uruguay only having 1 shot on target. So both teams didn't really look the best. Ghana, of course, as of course right now, they are playing against Portugal, but I do not know the score and I do not know the full-time result as of recording. But anyway, I think Ghana should just have enough to win this. Might be a little bit of bias because Semenyo's in the Ghana squad, but I've gone for a 2-1 win for Ghana. And the final game to predict of this match day is Portugal going up against Uruguay. Portugal, of course, I do not know their full-time result against Ghana as of recording. Uruguay, of course, got a 0-0 draw with South Korea. I think this is going to be a very entertaining draw. I've gone for a 2-2 draw in this one. But that is all my predictions, guys, for the World Cup Group Stage Match Day 2 games. Make sure to get your predictions down in the comments down below. Yeah, and the Prediction League, the World Cup one, because there's a prediction just for World Cup. Yeah, that'll be posted on Community tab soon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're new, turn post notifications on so you never miss a video or a stream of mine. I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.